14.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offence.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosun.
Welcome to Celebration Television News Desk. I am Belly Squetta and thanks for joining us today. Now the news making the rounds, Shoreys treason trial starts afresh as judge abandons case. Mali begins probe into interim president's attack. Harvey Weinstein pleads not guilty to LA's sexual assault charges. Telcos disagree with CBN and push to lead mobile money. And in sports, Team Nigeria undergo daily tests in Tokyo due to COVID-19 scare. Stay with us as the details of that news comes after a short break. Welcome back. Now on the news in full. Shoreys treason trial starts afresh as judge abandons case. The trial involving the publisher of Sahara reporters Omoyele Sowore and Olawale Bakare has suffered a setback at the Federal High Court in Abuja. And the presiding judge, Justice Ijoma Ojukwu, has been transferred to Calabar and has informed the Chief Justice, Justice Toho, that although she would continue with other cases, she would no longer preside over Showery's case. And this implies that the case will have to start afresh for the second time. And this is just as two other judges have refused to take up Showery's case due to its sensitive nature. And following Justice Ojukwu's transfer to Calabar, it was learned that she was given the option of continuing some other cases. A court official said the judge picked a few cases and returned some orders to the Chief Justice, including Showery's case. Now moving forward to another development, residents protest 22 billion naira abandoned Akure Ado-Ekiti Road project. Residents of Ondo and the Ekiti states, under the aegis of Great Patriots for Better Initiative, the GPBI, yesterday staged a protest over the alleged desertion of the 22 billion naira Akure Ado-Ekiti Road dualization awarded over 15 months ago by the federal government. And the protesters stormed the Igboba axis of the highway in Akure metropolis to express their displeasure over the deplorable state of the road and lack of commitment to the project. And the group accused the contractor of failing to move to the site 15 months after mobilization fees was paid by the government for the dualization of the road. And they displayed placards of various inscriptions such as "Too much kidnappings and rapings on Akure Ado-Ekiti Road," "Buhari is not our enemy but public officers," "Governors Fayemi and Akeredolu may not be happy with the slowness of Ado-Ekiti and Akure Road project," and revoked Akure Ado-Ekiti Road contracts from Dantata and Sawoye, amongst others. And I was speaking during the protest, the head of project monitoring of the GPBI, Mr. Nihi Majofadun, said the dualization of Akure and Ado-Ekiti Road was awarded to Dantata and Sawoye in 2020 and subsequently got mobilized in November 2020. However, the contractor refused to move to the site until a few days ago after the organization had petitioned the office of the Director General of the BPP over the abandonment of the project. And speaking to newsmen, some stakeholders in the state, Mr. Bihi Poroye, said that the attitude of the contractor towards the project had become a huge concern, particularly on residents and motorists. Now moving forward, again, no briefing on the Igboho's arrest yet, says Justice Ministry of Justice, sorry. And now more than 48 hours after the arrest of and detention of Yoruba Nation agitator Chief Sunday Ademoye, also known as Igboho, the Federal Ministry of Justice has said it is yet to get an official briefing on the development. And the ministry's position came yesterday as Igboho's lawyer Yomi Aliyu gave a vivid account of how his client was arrested. And meanwhile, some Yoruba residing in Cotonou, Republic of Benin, yesterday thronged the nation's court where it is believed the extradition hearing of Igboho will be held. And similarly, dozens of protesters gathered at the home of Igboho in Ibadan carrying a placard with various messages such as Igboho is not a criminal, I stand with Igboho, and so on. And Igboho and his wife Ropo were arrested at Kajehun Airport in Cotonou, Benin Republic, on their way to Germany on Monday night by security operatives in the neighboring country and detained. He had been declared wanted after his Ibadan home was raided on July 1st by operatives of the Department of State Service, the DSS. And 2 people were killed by the DSS in the late-night raid, while 12 others were arrested and later paraded in Abuja. They have since been charged to court. And a top official of the ministry, whose legal advice will be crucial in deciding the fate of Igboho and his supporters, said last night that there had been no official briefing on the matter. And more news coming from around Africa. Mali begins probe into interim president's attack. Mali has opened investigations into the attempt knife attack on interim leader Assimi Goita inside a mosque during the Eid al-Adha festival. And prosecutor Burama Kariba Konate said an inquiry had been opened to shed light on this event. And Colonel Gilta had said he was doing very well and downplayed the significance of the assault. And police made arrests at the Grand Mosque where the leader was attending to the Muslim ceremony. And Colonel Gilta had led 2 coups in less than a year, the first one being in August 2020, which ousted President Ibrahim Keita. The second coup was in May 2021 when the interim leader Bandar was ousted. And now more updates still from around Africa. Jacob Zuma to attend his brother's burial today. Former South African President Jacob Zuma has been granted permission to attend the burial of his younger brother Michael, who is said to be buried today. As a short-term low-risk classified inmate, Mr. Zuma's application for compassionate leave was processed and approved, and Correctional Services Department spokesman Singbakpo Zumalo said. And he said Mr. Zuma does not have to wear prison uniform while on the compassionate leave, with Mr. Zumalo noting that inmates need not to be in uniform when out of jail. And the former president is currently serving a 15-month sentence in prison for contempt of court. And his jailing sparked unrest in his home province of KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng, where more than 200 people died and hundreds of shopping centers and businesses were ransacked. We're going to short break right now. When we come back, we get more news updates from the foreign scene. Stay with us.
Hello, have you been searching for an appropriate platform to advertise and promote your product and services? Are you a minister of the gospel and you want your message to spread across the globe? Stop this search. We've got the coverage to give your voice and ministry the amplification you require. To get a rewarding and cost-effective solution to that business idea of yours, Celebration TV is here to take your dream to the climax. We provide the following services: voiceover production, documentary packages, video production of your event, video editing, script writing, affordable live broadcast of your events, and more. For more information, please contact us on +234 703 341 3637 or +234 816 234 8181. You can also reach us via our social media platform: Facebook Celebration TV, Instagram My Celebration TV, Twitter us at My Celebration TV, YouTube Celebration TV. And you can send us a mail at celebrationtelevision@gmail.com.
Welcome back, and now coming from the foreign scene, Harvey Weinstein pleads not guilty to Los Angeles sexual assault charges. Disgraced Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein has pleaded not guilty to rape and sexual assault charges in a Los Angeles court. He appeared in court in a wheelchair after being extradited from New York, where he is serving a 23-year jail sentence for similar crimes. And the 69-year-old faces 11 counts of sexual assault in California relating to alleged incidents with 5 women. He maintains his innocence and has said any sexual activity was consensual. The incidents are said to have occurred in hotels in Beverly Hills and Los Angeles between 2004 and 2013. The charges include forcible rape, forcible oral copulation, sexual battery by restraint, and sexual penetration by use of force. If convicted, Weinstein could face a maximum sentence of 140 years. And wearing brown prison overalls and a face mask, Weinstein only spoke to say thank you to Judge Sergio Tapia after she wished him good luck. And his lawyer said the charges were not credible. Weinstein is appealing against last year's conviction in New York. More than 80 women have accused him of sexual misconduct, and some of the accusations date back several decades. And moving forward, still from the foreign scene, more than 200 contacts sought in a U.S. monkeypox case. More than 200 people in 27 U.S. states are being tracked for possible rare monkeypox infections, health officials have said. And there's fear that people may have come in contact with a Texas man who brought the disease in from Nigeria early this month. And the man, believed to be the first monkeypox case in the U.S. since 2003, was taken to the hospital but is in a stable condition. So far, no new case has been found. And the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says it is a concerned passengers who were on board two flights the man may be exposed to the disease. And a CDC spokesman told the BBC it was working with states and local health departments to follow up with the individuals who may have been exposed to the monkeypox. And moving forward on other news, this now business news, telcos disagree with the CBN and push to lead mobile money. Stakeholders in the telecommunications sector have said mobile money services should be driven by telecoms companies, a position that runs contrary to that of the Central Bank of Nigeria. And in its recent release, regulatory framework for mobile money services in Nigeria, the CBN said that there shall be only two models for the implementation of mobile money services in Nigeria. And they are the bank-led, where a bank and or its consortium would serve as the lead initiator, and the non-bank-led, where a corporate organization duly licensed to the CBN will serve as the lead initiator. And however, the chairman of the Association of Licensed Telecommunication Operators in Nigeria, Gbenga Adebayo, has said that the new CBN model would slow down financial inclusions and penetrations. And Adebayo said for rapid coverage of the full inclusion, mobile operators will have to take the lead. And according to the Central Bank of Nigeria, telcos will provide the infrastructure needed to drive the exchange of messages for mobile payments. And even though the Central Bank of Nigeria also allows for a non-bank-led model, telcos are not to be considered. And now still on the business news, oil price rises to $72 after hitting record low. Oil prices rose yesterday, extending gains from the previous sessions as improved risk appetite provided support despite data showing an unexpected rise in the U.S. oil inventories last week and a weaker demand outlook due to the rising COVID-19 infections. And Brent crude, against which Nigeria's crude is priced, rose by $2.99 to $72.34 per barrel per barrel, and having hit a session low of $68.63 per barrel. And the U.S. West Texas immediate crude futures rose by $3.17 to $70.37 as a barrel after falling to $66.44 a barrel. And oil prices dropped on Monday following a deal by the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries and Allies, together known as OPEC+, to boost supply by 400,000 barrels per day each month from August through December. And the sell-off was exacerbated by fears that a rise in cases of the Delta variant of the coronavirus in major markets like the United States, Britain, and Japan will affect the demand. And JP Morgan analysts said global demand is expected to average 99.6 millibarrels per day in August, up by 5.4 millibarrels per day from April. I'll go on another short break right now. When we come back, we will get news from the world of sports. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, I am Dr. Lizzie Johnson Suleiman. Miracles are what you cannot do, I cannot do, but God can do.
Mommy, she said she takes different drugs in a day, and also she takes traditional drugs. During the ministration, that the pains that she used to feel all over her body, that right now there is no pain. Thank God you are here.
And what God did before, He can do again. It doesn't matter what you're going through. God is able to turn that challenge around for your good and give you a testimony.
Power! Power! Holy Ghost! Holy Ghost! Power!
I came next on 17 women conference. Papa was very specific that those believing God for the fruit of the womb that they should come out. Actually, then I was still breastfeeding my first child. I came out on behalf of my sisters. But when I left, I discovered my body system changed. Last year, exactly 9 months, that was in the month of May, I had this child here.
Join me for the International Women Conference. Our International Women Conference 2021. The date is 11th through 13th of August. And the theme of this meeting is God of Miracles.
I hear the Holy Ghost saying to me, that delay is over. That delay is over.
My husband, the Restoration Apostle Johnson Suleiman, will be ministering.
The best gift a mother can get is the spirit of discernment. Your EDD is between 25 and 26. What did the doctor tell you? Whatever they are using did not pick the date of your pregnancy. Your pregnancy is 1 year. Your doctor is saying 9 months. I'm saying 1 year. It will be exactly 1 year in 4 days. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, deliver.
The date is the 11th through 13th of August.
The time, Wednesday 11th, 3 p.m., Thursday 12th, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., and Friday 13th, 9 a.m. and 10 p.m. all night long. Happening at the International Worship Center, Omega Fire Ministries, Kilometer 132, Benin Okene Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. For inquiries, please call.
It promises to be an amazing time in God's presence. You don't want to miss this.
Welcome back, and now news from the world of sports. Team Nigeria undergo daily tests in Tokyo due to COVID-19 scare. As COVID-19 cases continue to rise in Tokyo, the venue of the 2020 Olympics, Team Nigeria's camp has resorted to daily testing of the members of their contingent. And there has been daily report of athletes and officials contracting COVID-19 at the Olympic Games village in Tokyo. And it was reported that a Nigerian official in his 60s was hospitalized after contracting the virus. And now one of the athletes who spoke on the condition of anonymity said athletes and officials were taking necessary precautions to ensure that they don't contract the virus. And another according to him, this includes testing daily and staying away from the public. Another athlete who also spoke on the condition of anonymity said it was not the type of Olympics she would have loved to compete in due to the deadly virus. And public relations officer of the Nigeria's Olympics Committee, Femi Adetula, said the unnamed Nigerian official was already getting better, but declined to name the official, saying the NOC was respecting his rights. In another sports news right now, and lastly on the news desk for today, Brazil's Marta breaks Olympic goal-scoring record. Brazilian legend Pelé hailed Marta as much more than a footballer and an inspiration after she scored in a 5th Olympic game yesterday. And the 35-year-old scored twice as Brazil opened their Tokyo Olympics campaign with a 5-0 rout on China. Marta became the first player to score in 5 straight Olympic games when Brazil beat China 5-0 yesterday in the women's football tournament. A 6-time FIFA Player of the Year, Marta has 111 international goals, more than any Brazilian player, be it male or female. And Pelé, who won 3 World Cups with Brazil in 1958, 1962, and 1970 respectively, took to his Instagram account to celebrate Marta, describing her as an inspiration. And like Pelé, Marta wears her country's iconic number 10 shirts. And that's the size of the news for us today on Celebration Television News Desk. If you're just joining us, perhaps this is a recap of the news making the headlines. Shoreys treason trial starts afresh as judge abandons the case. Mali begins probe into interim president's attack. Harvey Weinstein pleads not guilty to a Los Angeles sexual assault charges. Telcos disagree with the Central Bank of Nigeria to push to lead mobile money. And on sports news, Team Nigeria undergo daily test in Tokyo due to COVID-19 scare. And today on our photo of the day, you can see this picture on your screens, and it tells us simply that make sure that you are yourself. Be yourself, because everyone else is already taken. So be yourself, be a champion to yourself, be a hero to yourself first, and have self-respect and esteem yourself. Take care of yourself and treat yourself as the best, because no one else will do that for you. So you can share your thoughts too with us on the news desk on our different social media platforms. On Facebook, we are Celebration TV. On Instagram, it is My Celebration TV. On Twitter, it is at My Celebration TV. And on our YouTube channel, it is Celebration TV. Now, never forget that your positive contribution to the wellness of the society you find yourself in or the organization you work in defines your leadership might. And as an individual who knows what to do and do without expecting to be pushed has backed his ways to success. So be it known today that everything we do, think, feel, and believe either have a positive or negative effect on humanity and our national well-being. So be a part of nation building today. Thanks for watching the news on Celebration Television News Desk. I am Belly Squatter, and do have a beautiful day.
To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2019.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offence.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikule Amosu.